Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today for an unexpected video. Not unexpected because I didn't plan on making a video, but unexpected in that I didn't plan to be making this video. So, after my last video where I was kitting this up, I told you guys that I would probably kit some of it up and then I would come back and just do the finishing part of it. However, I had lots of great comments on there about whether or not I should use the 3865 or the bright white, all that stuff. And then I also had someone point out to me that if 200 drills was 1 gram, then 10 grams should be 2,000 drills. So I went back and looked, and she was correct. I can't read my own handwriting. I don't know why I thought it said 3,000, but it doesn't. It says 2,000 because 1,000 is 5 grams, so it makes sense that 2,000 is 10 grams, which means that I may have kitted up a whole bunch of this wrong. I don't know how much. So I'm just going to start from here and I'm going to make myself a little notation on my sheet that up to 900 I possibly did incorrectly. Now clearly the ones that are under 200 and things like that, I probably did those just fine, but the ones where I needed like 2,000 or 3,000 drills, those may be off. Who knows? So I decided I'm just going to start from there and I'm going to try and get the rest of this kitted up. I may abbreviate this video so that you guys don't have to watch the entire thing because it may get boring to watch all of this. I don't even know if I'm going to have enough bags all in the same size or if I'm going to have enough stickers either. I guess I'll find out. So 902, let's see, let me turn this on and then zero that out. I need 611 drills. So I'm gonna say 3.5 of 902, 3.5 grams. Let's see if I have that many. Okay, and I do, which I'm gonna let it say 4 because I can't do half grams on this machine. If I had a more sensitive scale, then I probably could, but gotta use what I got. So hopefully I won't have to go back through too many of these and discover that I did them completely wrong, because it made me want to cry when I realized what I had done. And I'm hopeful that I can go into my other heaven and earth that I had, like I said. 922, I need 847, so I need almost 5 grams. So pretty sure I'm going to be short here. Doubt that's anywhere near 5 grams. That's only 1. Okay, so I have 1 gram, which means I need approximately 647 more. So that one's going to be short. Let me put that up there so I don't forget that it's short. All right, the 938, I need 1,081. Looks like I'm going to have plenty of these. So 1,000 is 5 grams. And that's 7. So that should definitely be 1,081. 975, I need 200 roughly. $976, I need 300. So we'll say 2 grams. Oh, well, that's 3, so that should be plenty. 977, I need almost 1,000, which is 5 grams. I'm going to do a little bit extra because these are mixed colors. 3021, I need 268. Ooh, I have no 3021. Let me put a star by that one. Let me put that bag up there because it's short. 3033, I need 142, and those are wildly different colors. So I'm going to put 4 grams in there, just so that there's enough of whichever one I decide to use. I'm also mad at myself because I didn't realize that's what I was doing, that I had the amounts off, because that's going to make things annoying for me to go back and do. But I did it to myself. So, and some of these brown colors I'm pretty sure are going to be in the other heaven and earth that I already have partially kitted up. Ooh, I have no 3078 either. So that one goes up there. Another star by that. Okay, I have reached the end of the drills in this box. Let me switch this box out with my second square spare box and I'll be right back. All right, I've hit the double digits, so 3371. I have lots of these and I need a 1200 basically. So we'll say 7 grams again. Oop, this turned off. So let me, oh, I already had it zeroed out. So we'll say, what I say, 7 grams. Oh, that ended up being 8, but that just means I have plenty. I might have enough stickers to make it to the end. I might have enough bags. I don't know. All right, 3740. I need almost 1,000, so I need 5 grams of this. This is like a pretty purple mauve color. I like this one. Okay, then 3770. I need almost 1,200 drills. And these are a little bit mismatched too, so let's go for, how much is in here? That's 8, 7. If I just do all of them, okay, that's almost 2,000. So I should have plenty of that one, even if the colors aren't exactly the same. I feel like this one is going faster. I don't know if it's just because I have kind of gotten my system down. Okay, this one I need almost 3,000 drills. So that would be 2,000 and 1,000. I need 15 grams. Yeah, I bet I'm not going to have that many. How many did I say I needed? 15. I have 13. So I'm going to say I have 13 grams, which would be roughly 1,700. So I need roughly 1,000 more drills. Let's hope that's one that's in my other kit. Okay, that looks like almost 1,000. All right, and that one's short, so let me put it up there. Oh my gosh, 3778. I need almost 2,000, and this is all I have. Definitely short on that color. That's so I have 1 gram. So I need approximately 1,800 more drills. Woof. So that one's definitely short. 3779. I have none, so that's short. 3790, I need 1,200, so around 6 grams. I'm just going to dump it all in here. So that's 5 grams. So I have 1,000. So I have 5 grams, which means I need 145 more of this color. 3820, I only need 33. Easily 1 scoop. Then the last two on this page, 3821, I need 109. So again, just a scoop. And then for 3826, I only need 93. So half of half a teaspoon, but I'll probably just do the full half teaspoon. Okay, and that completes page 2. Okay, so for 3829, I need 206. Some of these, hopefully I don't need very many because I don't know how many I'm going to have. 3852, again some mismatched colors, but I only need 33. So I'm just going to put that many in there and that should be plenty. Okay, so that's enough for that. Then 3853, I need 371. So if I get 2 grams, that should be plenty. Put a little more in there because they're mismatched. 3856, I have none. 3857, I do have those thankfully, and I need 526. So we'll say between 3 and 4 grams. So we've got that many. Then these are my last 2 square stickers. 3858, I don't have any. Now, I don't happen to have any more square stickers already cut, so I'm going to end up using some of my round ones here, which does not make me happy because that's how I differentiate between round and square quickly and easily is the shape of the stickers, but I don't have any more and I don't want to spend the time to go cut them, so This is what it's going to be. All right, 3860, I need 2,000, so 10 grams, which I absolutely do not have. So I have 4 grams, which means I need roughly 1,600 more drills. And that one is short, so that one needs to go up there. Okay, then 3863, I need 2,300 drills, so over 10 grams, which I'm also going to be short. Let's see by how much. I've got 6 grams, so that is roughly 700 drills, so we'll say I need 595. That one is short, and then the last one, 3864. Do I even have any? Oh, I do. This is an interesting bag. So it looks like 3 different colors, and I need 1,100 of them. So I'm just going to dump in all of these probably, because I need 10 grams, and we'll see if that's enough. Oh, that's 12. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I've got 12 grams. It is a wildly different color, but I've got both colors left still, so if I need to come back to my spares, I can. So don't worry, none of you will be getting these mismatch ones because I'm probably going to end up doing this kit myself. It is, well, both Heaven and Earth are my oldest kits. Let me clean some of this stuff up and then I'll talk about, now that I'm done, what I need to do. Don't go anywhere. So here are the drills. These drills up here are all the ones that I know for sure are short, that I don't have enough, or I don't even, in some cases, have any spares. So these are definitely ones that I will need to go check my other Heaven and Earth kit up and see if I have any. Otherwise, those colors will have to wait until I complete some other square kits and perhaps end up with some of those. This is why doing a cross-stitch conversion and not buying your drills but trying to use your spares ends up being kind of frustrating because you may not necessarily have all the colors you need. If you are in the US, there's lots of places to buy drills. I don't know where I can buy them from here in Canada. I will have to check and see. I probably can order some on Amazon, but regardless, I want to see what I have in my spares first. So all of these are for sure short. Then I have the rest of these colors, so you can see how many colors there are. So if I did my math right, there are 84 colors in this kit, which I've actually done other kits that had more colors than this. Certainly my Josephine Walls had more colors, and even some of the Diamond Art Clubs are starting to have between 80 and 90 colors, so not a huge color amount necessarily. And I'm actually feeling really good about how many of these are going to be out of my spare drill stash. Now, I'm still short possibly on some of these. I need to go back and look, but I think this is probably going to be the kit that I do for our Diamond Paint Along in March, which is our oldest kit. My 2 Heaven and Earth, like I said, are my actual oldest kits. I just didn't have them completely kitted up, so I wasn't going to start them, but knowing that the other Heaven and Earth is mostly kitted up and I could possibly steal from it, I run the risk of not being able to complete it, but then that's the story in and of itself, right? If I get close and I decide that I'm going to run out of something or I don't have enough, then hopefully I can just order the colors that I need and I won't be stuck not able to finish it. Fingers crossed. How many of you noticed that my numbers were off? I only got one comment about it, but I'm sure that doesn't mean that you guys didn't realize that it was off. I do misspeak quite often, so maybe you thought I was just mixing up things when I was talking. That's entirely possible too. Unfortunately, like I said, can't read my own handwriting, so some of these where I needed over 1,000 drills or I needed close to 3,000 drills, I may not have enough at all. So I will spend some time before I actually start laying down drills with this one, going back through and making sure that I've got it as close as I can. In the meantime, I need to finish working on my Sleepy Time kit, and if I can, make it to my Aquarius teacup kit. So leave me a comment and let me know below what's your biggest screw up been with diamond painting, whether it was kitting up or unboxing or whatever. I think this is probably the biggest one I've made recently anyway. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, Thanks so much for watching.